So one of the most popular recipes that I've released lately has been a low carb keto friendly brownie bite recipe. It is a no bake recipe, so it's very quick to do. It's very easy. And I thought since so many people like that brownie bite recipe, I would do some no bake peanut butter bites because who doesn't love peanut butter? Do people exist in the world who don't like peanut butter, who aren't allergic to it? Because I'm just one of those people who can sit in the fridge and just like keep eating peanut butter out of the jar until the entire jar is gone. Anyways, today's recipe, it's dangerous, guys. I actually had a similar problem. I was standing in the fridge just the other day and I had all those bites on a plate. I'm just eating bite by bite until pretty much almost the entire plate of bites was gone, which I don't recommend doing. You should not eat the entire plate of bites in one sitting, all 10, 11? I think there's 11 bites. That is not something I recommend at all because it is a lot of calories and calories do matter. The good news is that each bite only has about just over 2 net carbs, which is just bonkers crazy because they taste like they should have way more carbs than that. And if you make them, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about here. So with that being said, let's jump into this recipe. Let's make these bites. So the first thing we're gonna do is get out a large bowl, our food scale, and some natural peanut butter. We're gonna add a half a cup or about 128 grams of it to the large bowl. And it's important to pick a natural, no sugar added peanut butter like the one I'm using today, the Smucker's, because the other peanut butters can have added sugar. So if you're trying to keep the carbs lower, and I'm assuming you are because you clicked on this video, definitely go with a no sugar added peanut butter. So once we've got all the peanut butter in the bowl, the next thing we're gonna add is gonna be some granulated erythritol. And we're gonna add just less than 1/3 of a cup or about 50 grams of it for today's recipe. The next thing we're gonna add is gonna be some coconut flour. As you guys know, I love the Bob's Red Mill coconut flour. I highly recommend using it. And we're gonna add about 1/4 cup or around 28 grams of it for today's recipe. The next and last ingredient we're gonna add is gonna be some almond flour. Once again, I'm always a big fan. All my flours are always Bob's Red Mill flours. Just don't use almond meal. You can use regular almond flour. Just make sure you're not using almond meal for the recipe. So with that being said, we're gonna add a heaping 1/4 cup or around 35 grams of that to the bowl. And that is all the ingredients we're gonna use, guys. So what we're gonna do is get out our spatula, start mixing everything together until we got a crumbly consistency going on in that bowl. And once the crumbles start to take shape in the bowl, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our hands dirty and we're gonna form a big ball of dough out of all of those crumbles. Then what we're gonna do is tear off a bouncy ball, a normal sized bouncy ball piece of dough from that big ball of dough. And then we're gonna use our hands and our fingers to shape that tiny piece of dough into a truffle-esque, we're making things elegant, guys, peanut butter bite. So once you've fancified your peanut butter bite, what you want to do is repeat the process about 10 more times. The recipe will make 11 or 12 total bites. And then check this out, guys. This is what you'll end up with. How delicious do these look? So that's today's peanut butter bite recipe. I hope you guys enjoy these. I hope you make them. If you do, I want to see your recreation, so definitely tag me on the gram. My handle is in the video description below. Also down there is the full written out recipe with the macros and the metric measurements and the links. Couldn't think for a second. The links for all of the products that I used to make the recipe today, they're in the video description below too. So if you want to pick some of the stuff up, you can pick it up down there or at least check it out. I don't know, whatever you want to do. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next recipe.